Hi guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again. Um, Today I want to start us off with a quote. So, people hurt each other. It happens to everyone, intentionally, unintentionally, regretfully or not. It's a part of what we do as people. The beauty is that we have the ability to heal and forgive. So, you can kind of go from there and say that today is going to be a little bit about forgiveness. I want to talk about forgiveness. Sometimes I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, well, what's my topic going to be? And I've been having like a lot of like true to life things happen recently that I want to talk about. And I'm like thinking, as they happen, I'm like, oh, this should be a topic, or, oh, I should talk about this. And I can't always remember them. So, I want to talk about this because, something happened recently and it's just, fresh in my mind. So forgiveness. We're going to hear a lot about this word, and especially, in recovery. I mean, all through life, really, but especially in recovery. One of the steps, I believe, is something like, I don't really follow the steps. I have my own idea about recovery, and we'll talk about that a little later. But I'm not saying that they're wrong. They're beautiful and they're right, but I just don't do the whole AA and anything to a T anyway. Bits and pieces. So anyway, one of the steps I believe is to like make a moral inventory, and then like something about the people you hurt, and then you're supposed to go apologize to them. If it, if you're able to, and ask for forgiveness. Well, I've done this step, not in order or anything, but I've done this to the people that I hurt. And if I forgot anyone right now, I'm truly sorry. But the people that I've hurt badly, I've apologized to them and I've asked for forgiveness, and they've forgiven me. One of them hasn't. And it hurts. It really hurts because you just think like, if I just wouldn't have done this to him, then we could have our relationship back and, everything would be fine. It took me years to realize, and it's still kind of like is taking me a little bit to kind of live by it today. But if they're not forgiving of you and of the things you've done, you just got to cut them free. You just got to say, forget it. Not even like high and by relationship, not even like we'll be civil sometimes. Cut them free. It's going to hurt you in the long run worse to keep them around. And it does. And I can tell you from experience, it's really a crappy feeling when someone just won't forgive you. Like you just want to lay down in front of them and be like, what do you want? My blood? You want to see blood? I'll draw blood. Like, what do you want from me? Please forgive me. Like, I wish I could just change the past to have this person forgive me. But, you know what? It's almost like I think now, when I think about it, the person that won't forgive me, I think even if I didn't wrong them, there would have been something else. Because people like that, they're not well. I'm sorry, but they're not. If you want to keep, that hate in your heart for someone, that's not well. And I might get attacked for this, like, oh, well, you hurt people, and you can't expect them to just forgive you. I can't expect them to just forgive me, but they should forgive for them, and then they can move on. And forgiveness isn't the same as trust. I'm not asking them to trust me right away, or, to trust that I'm going to do everything right and not hurt them again, or to have a good track record, or to rely on me for anything. I'm not asking for any of that stuff. It would be great if I can get it eventually, but I'm willing to prove myself. I've been clean for a few years, and I feel like I have proven myself. I really do. But at the end of the day, the only person who has to believe me is me. I believe, that I'm sorry, truly sorry to everyone that I hurt. I believe that I'm going to keep this track record going. And the only people I need to worry about is, me and my husband and my kids. At the end of the day, like, I have family, of course, that I love dearly. And, the people that I love dearly and keep around me still have forgiven me. And, I just have to get over the rest. It does hurt, but you have to get over it. So, I don't know. Forgiveness is just, it's tricky. You're not going to get it from everybody. It's just not going to happen. There's another quote I like. It says, "The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong." So I kind of like that one. And there was another one by who is this by? Lewis Smedes. "To forgive is to set a prisoner free and discover that that prisoner was you." So even though I'm kind of talking about other people forgiving you, I mean, that's true for you too. You need to forgive other people that hurt you. And it sounds like cliche and it sounds kind of like, I don't know, corny, I guess, but you need to forgive yourself. I learned this the hard way too. Everyone could forgive you and blah, 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 and you guys have a great relationship now. But if you don't forgive yourself, you can't get better and you won't get better. I just recently started to forgive myself. I haven't forgiven myself. I have not completely forgiven myself. I'm just now starting to, like, realizing that it's important is what is making me, go down that path. But I mean, I have to forgive myself for, not being a good mom. My kids forgive me. They say they forgive me, but I have to forgive myself for not being a good mom when I was using. And that's hard. That's a hard one, especially because before I started using, I lost a baby. If you guys watched my other stories before this, you'll see. I think it was the one right before this I talked about losing Alan. So I still haven't forgiven myself for that. I feel like if I wouldn't have fallen asleep that night, it wouldn't have happened. It sounds crazy, but I still haven't forgiven myself for falling asleep that night. It'll come eventually. I know. I don't know how long I'm waiting, but it'll come. Also, I have to forgive myself for what I did to my body and what I let other people do to me. Being on the streets and prostituting myself. I have to forgive myself for that, and that's a big one. That still messes with my head to this day. I haven't forgiven myself for going out there and prostituting. I haven't. My husband's forgiving me, which is crazy, which is just so awesome. That's just another topic right there. Like, he's kind of a big deal. I love him. I love him to death. He's forgiven me for that, and that takes a man. That takes a real man. But I haven't forgiven myself for that. So forgiveness is tricky, guys, but just try to remember, forgiveness goes hand in hand with trust and, relying on someone, but it's not the same. And forgiveness is not forgetting. You can forgive someone and someone can forgive you, but they don't have to forget the hurt that you caused, or the pain that you caused. They just have to be able and be willing to forgive it. And like I said, that sets them free. That's forgiving someone is for you. It's not for that other person. It's just not. So I don't know if there's anything else that you guys want to talk about. Please let me know. Please comment. I know you guys have a ton of topics that you think about, especially if you're in recovery. There's so many things that we go through that I could talk about and yap about for hours. But I want to hear what you guys, or I want to talk about what you guys want to talk about. So please let me know. And we'll pick a topic for next week. I just wanted to mention there's this show on MTV. It's called 16 and Recovering. And I was in tears almost the whole time, but it's an amazing show. It's a 4-part show. I believe it's on Tuesday nights at 9, I think. Don't quote me on that. I think it's Tuesday nights at 9. But might be Wednesday nights at 9. I'm sorry, I didn't look that up. Anyway, it's on MTV and it's called 16 and Recovering. The first part has gone already, so DVR it or something and set it up to record. It's an awesome show. And it's about this high school called Recovery High. And it's a high school, for kids that were hooked on heroin or hooked on other drugs. Most of them are heroin addicts and they're like 16 years old. And I'm like, oh my God, it's so sad. But it's really a good show. Like, the woman that started this is an angel. They don't make a lot of money. They have no, like, really, no profit. It's just overhead and paying for the bills, as she was saying. But, it's really a selfless thing she's done to start this high school for these kids. And it's amazing. And just to watch her and the staff and the kids interact, it's touching. It's heartwarming. So check it out if you can. It's a cool show. And I don't know if you noticed my hair. I'm blonde now. So, I don't know. We're going to see if they have more fun. Anyway, I like it. But, let me know if you like my hair too, better blonde or brown. I know it has nothing to do with recovery, but it's good to know, just people's opinion. So anyway, thanks a lot, guys, and please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. I'd be happy to have you guys come check me out every week. I'm gonna try to keep up every week. Maybe eventually get to 2 videos a week. That'd be nice. So anyway, yeah, forgiveness. If there's someone out there that you haven't forgiven, try it. Do it for yourself. It feels good. It just feels good. I'm telling you, it just feels good. I wish the people that haven't forgiven me would realize how good it feels. Because you're hurting more than yourself too. It's just a mess. Anyway, forgiveness, guys. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.